Hold on. My mic was muted this whole time, so you ruined all my jokes. I had the lottery numbers for the next 10 years, and you all missed it. So here, I'll give a quick recap. My apologies, totally. Yeah. So, welcome. Yikes. 12 perfect days of Christmas. You can tag one of our products. This one is for today is the Scarlet Fire homebrew kit version of the big one that Tighthead has let us have so to the homebrew community. If you tag a friend, tag yourself, share this, share it in the comments below of that product so that way we can track it. If you do buy one of the products of the 12 Days of Christmas, that's 10 entries in to win the Spike fermenter that we have here. And I had a really good joke about how it's going to grow up into something else, and since I was muted, it just lost its luster. We also have an event going on tomorrow with Tighthead here at Tighthead. We're going to brew Scarlet Fire here with them. Bruce is doing a pork shoulder to feed us, and every single dollar of that we raise is $20 to get in, goes to the Northern Illinois Food Bank, so that's a fantastic cause. And then I think there's also some anniversary going on with you guys, I think, starting this year. So I'm going to turn it over to these guys a little bit to talk, and I'll get out of the way, to talk a little bit about the Scarlet Fire, because there is a homebrew connection here with this recipe.
There is.
So I'll turn it over to let these guys talk about that and talk about the 10 years or whatever that event is.
Talk over the condensate pump.
Yeah.
There you go. So
I guess
10 years.
10 years.
We're celebrating our 10th anniversary. We started brewing in September of 2011. Yep. So we've actually been brewing here for a little over 10 years, but our tap room opened 2 days before Christmas. So we'll be having our party.
Yep. We waited and waited and waited, and we thought we'd be open by Thanksgiving that year, and we just kept getting some code things that they wanted us to change, and no one had really done tap rooms around at the time. So, we got it on the 23rd and we opened. So it was a good time.
It's been quite a long haul.
Yeah, so that's kind of how we celebrate the party.
Yeah.
The brewing holiday is really 9/14/2011.
Okay. That's it's interesting. That's an interesting date, which I have to check my dates, and I'll talk about that later.
It's not the one that's in infamy.
Right.
But it's up there. It's
right on. And then, so we have that going on, and then we'll talk a little about the Scarlet Fire. That started as a homebrew recipe.
First beer we brewed here.
Yep. Yeah. So I brewed that beer. I homebrewed for about 18 years, I guess, before Tighthead really opened. It was always something I did in the summer for baseball tournament teams. We'd have parties afterward, big parent parties. So it became Missile Red, Mustang Red. I think it was a Dolly. It was an Irish Red for another neighborhood party once. But that recipe's been brewed for a long time. So one of the first ones we converted when we opened the brewery. So
it's pretty fantastic. And
and it was actually converted by his name, Jamie Fulton. Thank you, Jamie. He was here. He was our tech who helped us set up from Newlands, Newlands Systems Inc. Now no longer Newlands, no longer selling equipment. But they converted my homebrew recipe basically from the Pro Mash recipe. So it's pretty cool.
Like a 10-gallon recipe up to a 15
to a 15 barrel.
So a little off subject, but a lot of people ask us, well, how do you scale? How would you scale? How would you begin to scale a 5 or 10 gallon recipe to this big? What's the hardest thing, I guess I would say?
It's a pretty direct scaling once you figure out the efficiency of your system.
Okay.
That was one thing. Like the first time we actually brewed his converted recipe, I don't remember how far above gravity, but it was a pretty high gravity version. We brewed a second.
Woo!
Yeah.
We
should do that
second
again.
batch that was
The double
lower gravity, and then blended the two together to try to hit the target. But once you kind of figure out the efficiencies of your system, it's pretty easy. I think one thing is because you get better efficiency on a system like this, basically you're getting more sugars from your base malt, where you can use. There's something with the specialties. It's either you have to use more or less. I forget. I don't scale anymore, so I forget now. But you either use less or more specialty malts because the efficiency is so much higher on the system. But other than that, it's kind of just figuring out the efficiencies of your system.
It's not just double, triple the amount of grain. It's not quite like that.
No,
not really.
Just like multiply by.
Just multiply by 10. Yeah.
It's mostly it is the specialty grade mix.
Okay.
And hitting targets. Other than that, it's
Well, yeah. That's
some calculations. Software helps.
And then you go ahead.
Hops, boxes of hops.
Yeah.
Instead of packets.
Yeah. That's
understanding the alpha acids and stuff and having exactly what they are.
Yeah. We have some people that call us up that are out or short of hops every now and then. Like, do you have 15 pounds of this?
Oh, I've definitely called.
Yeah. I have 15 ounces. Yeah. So, it's quite. We get those questions a lot as far as scaling or things like that. So thank you for sharing that, because that's actually the question that I have not necessarily known the answer to all the time.
I still use ProMash brewing software, same as I used when I was a home brewer. Yeah. Unfortunately, that software will never be updated.
Right.
So at some point, we're probably going to have to move on to something else. But
it's been years.
Yeah.
You got your road.
That was kind of what I always said, was once you find a system, a software that works, just stick with it, because it's going to be consistent that way.
We use Brewer's Friend, but
So Jamie actually did it longhand.
Oh my God!
Which I don't know if you included that.
No,
I think he gave you the paperwork.
I have the paperwork. Yeah, I've been waiting.
I've scanned actual handwritten, notepad notes that Jamie converted.
It's just like all these algebraic equations.
My recipe from it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
No. Yeah.
Ask me for it sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll break it out. I haven't, unfortunately, been organized enough to get that
It's supposed to be in the inner package.
It's going to be in the inner package. Tomorrow. Or the 100th kit we sell will have a loaded kit that will have all the secrets of the interwebs and Tighthead in it. So I know, right? Yeah, so the 100th kit. And then, as you guys talked about a little bit, it's the 10th anniversary. You guys have events going on. I think the big one's the
23rd. We'll have a big old party.
Yeah.
A couple bands. Food truck.
Cool.
Sure. Should be good. It'll be crowded. So.
Yeah. Come early. Come often.
Yeah. It'll be good. We're releasing a couple beers. We have an anniversary beer that we'll be doing, a triple IPA. So that'll be released on Wednesday, Thursday the 23rd, around noon. So if you only want some cans, come out early. But we'll be serving that and a new variant of Everybody Loves, which is a Brew One. So
we just featured that hop this month.
Oh yeah?
I didn't even know that. That's interesting.
Everybody Loves Brew One.
The cosmic world is coming together. So.
Yeah. And make sure you check out information about the label. So the 10-year anniversary label is kind of a surprise label. So it's a lot of fun. Check it out.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I won't force you to talk any longer in front of camera, unless you want to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening, especially when I had shirts on backwards. Yeah. When I had the camera muted, I apologize for that. Again, remember to tag the products, share them, do that like that to win this wonderful Spike Fermenter. And then we will be announcing drawing the awards live on December 24th sometime. We'll have that posted as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk soon.